You're listening to the Board Game Snobs podcast, a ridiculous podcast with ridiculous hosts that discuss ridiculous things. And any mention of board games is purely coincidental. And so, without further ado, and with a heavy dollop of shame and embarrassment on my part, I give you the Board Game Snobs.
And sick, go.
Oh, there's no need to. We're not even testing. Okay, whatever. We're not even going to test.
We already tested. You
All
just
right.
don't remember.
I'm nice. This is nice. This is Jerry.
You're nice. I'm nice too. This is Gabi.
Gabi, you're under the weather. That's okay.
I've been under the weather.
You can be sick. I can carry this episode
You
like
don't
I
have to
do
carry
every episode.
I'm here. Oh, okay. Starting off hot. Speaking of, why is that air conditioner not on?
Because we're in somebody else's home, and I did not want to molest any of their
Just turn it
digital
on.
devices.
It's hot in here.
Okay, I'm turning. It's not hot in here.
It's getting hot in
you're
here.
You're just a little bit thick. Hang on a second. Oh my goodness. I got my headphones on. How do you use this? High cool.
There
Yeah,
you go.
and that's not going to feed back onto us at all. That's,
No, it won't, because I edited out the last two that we had the air conditioner on. But
You're a
you
good-
don't listen.
you're a good editor.
You've gotten about like Enrique. You don't listen to any of the shows we put out.
Here's the thing. Enrique, everybody loves Enrique, so I'm just following his cues.
You're trying it out.
Yep, he doesn't listen.
See if you can become the fan favorite.
I'm working on it. If I keep my opinions to myself, which is not going to be well for this episode.
Oh, you got opinions.
I have opinions. Told you about these opinions.
Yeah, it kind of scares me a little bit.
You should be scared because, first off,
But first,
there's more. That's called a teaser.
in Japan, because I may need to use this after your opinions are shed. Okay?
You talking about CRISPR?
In Japan, CRISPR opinion?
No, CRISPR, the genome device. Go ahead. Tell me what you think the Japanese just did.
No, this is not what they just did. This is not a hot update on what the Japanese have been up to.
Okay,
This is just a did you know about Japanese?
Okay, all right, go ahead. But just FYI,
Oh, you've got a hot update on what the Japanese have been up to.
yeah, they cured Down syndrome. So go ahead.
Oh!
Yeah, so go.
That's a big deal.
No.
So now me and my wife can't have a baby because we've always been scared late in our years.
Mm-hmm. How old are you?
I'm closing in on 50 real
Her
fast.
eggs are already
And she's closing in on 50 kind of
way
as well.
past 2. That's Tuesday. My mama's last kid was 40. She was 45. She had her last kid.
And how'd she turn out?
Yeah. Yeah. So go ahead. No comment. She works down there at that Easy Mart, bagging groceries at
She's functional in society
she's great.
somewhat.
Morgan's wonderful.
Oh, you shot. I've never known your sister.
She might listen to this. I've got a panic.
This is her first
She's
one.
really in the card game.
She learns how to turn on podcasts for the first time.
How dare you make fun of my sister?
In Japan, the term johatsu
Ah,
refers to people who choose to quietly disappear from their lives
yeah, they should take off.
due to stress, family issues, work pressure, or their friends sharing dangerous opinions on the podcast.
Are you going to Jihatsu yourself?
Special companies known as night movers help them vanish without a trace. I think they're just murderers.
No.
No, we got a company. They're called Night Movers.
Oh, first off, I have two thoughts on this. There was a movie that came out. It's called, I think it was like Wakefield, not the guy who didn't believe in, guy who thought autism was caused by vaccines. But it had the guy from Breaking Bad, and he basically does that. He comes home from work one day and goes out to the garage and then just doesn't leave and then hides from his family for like a year and just watches them from afar while they just can't figure out what's going on with him, where he's at, and just disassociates from everything. So,
Interesting.
but do you know how liberating that would be just to leave and start somewhere?
I mean, I guess if you don't have friends and or family that care about
Well,
you,
I'm no, but like if you're just an average dude.
I don't think average people need to disappear. I think you've done something. You have done something that has brought such great shame upon yourself
No.
that you feel like I need to get out of
First
here.
off, you have no shame. But secondly, I think that would be a very interesting thing to do. Like if you're just somebody who has not real responsibilities to anybody, you're not married, just think you're in your mid-20s, late 20s, your job ain't working out, you got bills, everybody kind of considers you kind of be a loser, and you just want to reinvent yourself. You could literally just move to another town, change your accent, get a different haircut, start people, if you're, instead of calling you Nathan, they start using the name Nate. Whatever.
See that you're describing the witness protection program.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
No, you're not hiding from something. You're just doing something different, completely drastically to reinvent yourself.
Well, if you live in a big enough city, you can just change jobs.
No,
and try a different personality on there.
You can't do that. People harass you. People know you. Your friends or people who are around.
Joe Hatsu.
Joe Hatsu gets you.
I find it interesting. The Japanese have lots of specialized terminology.
Every language has specialized terminology.
During the Edo period in Japan, which lasted from 1603 to 1868, rich women would hire female servants called heioi bakani to take the blame for their.
Oh, did you pause for me to fill in the blank?
You guess.
Take the blame for their mishaps in the kitchen.
No.
I don't know. That was very sexist. Take that back.
A gaseous mishap, maybe.
Really? For their flatulence?
Yes.
No.
The heioi bakani would say, "That was me."
That's not right.
That's what it says. They would hire servants to take the blame for their farts. Now, that's a rich person.
That sounds like a board game. That's a great card game. Kind of like Hana Nakoji. It's like, which one of these? Which one? Who farted? That sounds like somebody's going to... Listen, somebody...
How rich do you have to be, though? Or how poor do you have to be to just accept the blame for all farts?
Whipping boys. Don't you remember whipping boys? Back in the medieval times? Not even medieval times, like 1800s. Rich people would hire whipping boys.
What were they for?
So you didn't whip your own kid.
Oh,
you ever watch that show?
They whipped the children for you?
What show was that? Well, that wasn't The Secret Garden. There was some show that was like a kid's show that's what it was about. It's like rich family and there was a whipping boy and they hired the whipping boy. And the kid was really always doing stuff just to get the whipping boy hurt. But they befriended each other.
Oh, wait. Do the whipping boys give the whippings or take the whippings?
No, they take the whippings. Why would you?
Who's hiring them? The children?
No, the parents.
Why would you hire someone else to whip instead of your unruly kids?
Because you don't want Oh my goodness, I can't believe you've used the term whipping boy, right?
No, I thought it was racist.
Oh, now I'm really frightened that I might have just.
I mean, the only people I know that have been whipped in the past are generally slaves.
A whipping boy refers to a boy who was educated alongside a noble or a priest and received physical punishment in the priest's stead because it was considered inappropriate to strike royalty.
So they are kind of like, I don't think anybody's volunteering to be a whipping boy, though.
No, but you didn't volunteer. You got paid.
Did they? Did they, though?
Yeah. It was common punishment administered by tutors at the time. There is little contemporary...
Tutors should hire heioi bakani.
There is little contemporary evidence for the existence of whipping boys, and evidence that some princes were indeed whipped by their tutors, although some suggested that they may have been beaten less often than their pupils. So it's like one of those things where it looks like somebody had come up with this term, and now it became like in literary examples, and so we're not really 100% sure that it happened, but basically, yeah.
Well, don't sign me up for either. I'd rather take the blame for a fart than a whipping.
No. I've taken blame for farts. And
falsely accused.
I have been both whipped and taken the blame for a fart.
Who do you take the blame for? Do you do it willingly or have you just been falsely accused?
All right, let me
like your wife said, "Jerry, that was me."
Let me set the tone for you. This happened in Oklahoma City at the VA hospital. My father and his army buddy have an appointment there. And my mother was ill. She was always one that did the driving. I went with them. They drove to the VA. We're sitting in the waiting room. And there was those plastic chairs that you sit in, like those that reverberate. As we're sitting there, there was a woman.
It's like a fart echo chamber.
Correct. There was the waiting room was relatively full. there was quite a rotund woman sitting in front of us.
What does her size have to do with anything?
Because she was wearing, and I know to this day, I can picture this in my mind's eye, everything about this scenario happening, because she was wearing bright red sweatpants, reading a Time magazine, which matched the color of the bright redness. She drops it, leans over to get it, and when she does, she breaks wind.
I feel extreme relaxation.
How dare you break wind before me?
I'm sorry, baby. I didn't know it was your turn.
And it could have been it reverberated off this plastic chair.
Reverberations.
And what happened, as soon as this happened, my dad's army buddy named Cecil immediately turned to me and hit me, slapped me, and said, "Dadgummit, Junior, stop doing that." And I looked at him, and as soon as I looked at him, he gave me a look of stay quiet.
So he was being honorable for this woman.
Yes. And when we left,
For this large, flatulent woman. Is that where your hatred of fat people starts?
I think so. I was a mere 9-10 years old. But when we left this hospital, as soon as we got outside that room, Cecil apologized. My dad was like, "Son, I'm so proud of you." He says, "You don't understand how embarrassed that poor woman would have been. And here you are just taking blame. Nobody cares but some kid. They thought it was you." And I mean, my dad was legitly proud of me for taking the blame. I was a modern day Joe Hatchisu.
What's
it called?
Hayao Ibukani.
Hayao Ibukani. That's what I did.
You wouldn't need Joe Hatsu after that when you disappear.
No, I just took it. Hayao Ibukani.
Honorable for her discharge.
Hey,
of her.
We could make our own song like Timon and Pumbaa. Hey, Obakani. What a wonderful phrase.
Know what? It's not. Don't
means
worry.
No
be happy.
flatulent gaze. I'm trying to think of
what did it mean.
Hakuna Matata. No worries.
No worries. Oh yeah.
Hey, Obakani is.
Hey, Obakani.
That sounds like a really dull sauce.
Hey, Obakani.
All right. If you know about this, please write us because we know nothing about it.
Blame takers.
Blame takers.
I've done that before.
Really?
Yeah.
For who?
Those you're close to.
Take the blame for something?
For farts, mostly.
Oh, yeah.
I think we've all done it.
I do feel like, though, that, and I will say this, as a non-rotund person, as a skinny or skinny-ish.
Let me say this as a rotund person.
I think that
I don't fart a lot. I do it in the mornings. I express everything I need to. And then I am quite renowned in my family because my in-laws are known farters.
Okay. As you well know, though, that rotund people are blamed and for some reason assumed. But I'll just bare my soul here. You well know from experience, I have zero problem with releasing any type of gas publicly. Matter of fact, I remember the first time I farted in your home. It was hilarious. I think we were playing Eclipse. Pretty sure. I use it as a icebreaker. It just indicates that you're comfortable around somebody, doesn't it?
I thought yes. So Sade, that's one of her big things about. She doesn't consider you a close friend until you farted in front of her.
Oh well, I'd do that in front of everybody.
Now see, now you're trusting too much.
No, I think that it just indicates that I'm that laid back. You have to reciprocate or be to the point to where you think you could reciprocate. You know what I'm saying?
So, again, I don't do it in front of everybody. And it's something that I guess I grew up with. That's a shameful thing. So it's just not something I do.
Well, we're going to the Dice Tower retreat.
I know.
So
but
there's a goal for you.
So my
Fart
wife
in front of Tom.
When we were dating, my wife farted in front of me before I farted in front of her.
Established dominance.
Go up to him like, "Tom, this has to happen."
Sorry, Tom.
Go up to the biggest, baddest guy there,
and
just fart, just rip one.
Sorry, Bruce,
and just stand there, just stand there, sniffing it.
Look,
just go. Y'all smell that?
Take it, Captain Morgan pose. Lock eyes, and let them know.
Okay, and I'll say this as well. Now, this is me growing up, not around a bunch of girls. My best friends, there was they had a sister. She was probably the girl I was closest to. She did not fart. She would go to the bathroom and fart if she had to.
That's ridiculous.
That's how she was raised. So when I met my wife and her family, they were free farters.
Of course.
Everybody just farting. And they hike up a leg to do it.
As one should.
And so her cousin, a girl, and she farted in front of me. And I was like, I didn't really think girls did that. And I'm like 18, 19 at the time. I didn't think girls really did that. And she's like, oh, I fart all the time. And it changed my view of her forever.
I think it's culturally. Just depends on where you're at.
It might be, but I've heard my grandma and mom did. I don't know. I just didn't grow up that way. Just the way I grew up.
I don't think I've ever heard Enrique fart, but that's because of medical reasons.
I don't think he can.
I'm not sure. I honestly don't.
He's an endo farter.
I'm not sure that he can.
I think he just sucks air in.
He may be, but yeah, I don't know where we're going with this part, other than
this is just a strange new fact.
Okay, well,
Heyoe Bikani. I wonder if they're still out there.
If we could make T-shirts.
Heyoe Bikani.
Are we to the point to where I can express my?
Speaking of expressing yourself,
yes. Here's a fart for
go
you.
ahead.
So, you don't keep up with board game drama. You don't keep up with board games at all.
No, but I did stumble upon what you're about to discuss because it was everywhere.
Okay, and so as you well know, we stay out of everything, just about, unless it's something
I try to.
Yeah.
And here's what concerns me: we don't have our resident person of color here.
Well, no, he's here in spirit.
Okay.
Because that's what prompted this conversation that we're about to have. The current issue that was going on with DeVere.
Oh boy.
And their artwork that was in the Ace of Spades, which everybody who's probably already know the drama. Basically, there was some artwork that people said.
At this point, it's kind of already happened and over, right?
It's happened and over, but it's not over.
But we're bringing it back up.
No, I'm not going to talk about that because I'm not talking about that point. I don't care about.
I don't care about racism.
Well, I do care about racism. Boy, see, anytime I'm trying to talk about something serious, you make it worse. We don't care about racism here. What are you trying to make us out of?
Where's my Heyoe Bikani for racism comments?
So one of the things
that was me.
Enrique, shut up, Enrique.
Where's my Mexicans at?
When all that took place with the artwork and so forth, Bubba, I sent him pictures of the artwork and said, hey, FYI, look at this. Tell me what you think. He sent me back a text message talking about context and what's the game about, blah, 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 blah. I was like, okay. So me and him had a discussion regarding it. And then what took place was I seen all the people in the uproar with DeVere and their response saying, we're sorry, we're going to fix it, yada, yada, yada. And at the end, they talked about having like a cultural diversity person, somebody that they can look at their artwork to tell them, hey, is this too much? Is it too, somebody that they hire that goes, hey, this is kind of
that they had one or they are now going to get one?
They're going to, which is kind of like that's what Bubba is for us. Anything that we have questions about, I ask him, and it's not just his own emotional labor. He asks me stuff all the time. If he has any questions about
how do white people feel?
A Caucasian. What's with Miracle Whip? Why do y'all like? Why do y'all like Mumford and Sons so much?
Hey, easy now.
Bubba likes Mumford and Sons,
as all the people should.
The banjo calls to us.
It's an amazing instrument.
But anyways, we went back and forth just discussing exactly the artwork and everything. So, long story short, I have zero commentary on that whole situation of what actually took place because everybody's already talked it to death. The thing that I don't like, here's the thing that I don't like. Here's what upsets me is that whenever something like this happens, you can't get away from the both sides of it, no matter what you do. So like DeVere's already apologized, and now you have one side going, what are you looking at?
Nothing.
Are you trying to look up the DeVere stuff?
No, I'm listening.
Okay.
And also getting rid of old news things we've already talked about.
He said that DeVere is going on and they're doing all this.
You're like my dad.
Well, it's like,
what are you doing?
Well, you're doing
something.
I'm
on my phone. I look at my phone while you're talking?
No, I'm having a serious...
Letting you have your moment.
No, I'm having a serious conversation with you.
Oh, you're talking to me?
Yes.
Is that why you're looking at me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
You don't need your phone.
But I needed to delete.
No, you
that.
don't need to delete that. Do it after the episode.
I'll forget.
That's the second thing that I hate. People, but no, it's people hate on
Like you.
hate DeVere.
Those people. Is that what
Because
you want to talk about?
Yes, they hate DeVere because they apologize, and then there's others that hate DeVere because they didn't do enough. You get it from both sides. That's what I don't like. You have people going, well, you didn't do enough, and then you have other people going, you shouldn't apologize, and they're both hating on the same thing.
No.
You can't do it. My thing is, if you make a mistake and you apologize, and it's your first time, like has DeVere done this before? I don't think so.
I'm still waiting to make my first mistake.
Yeah, you should say, hey,
And when I do, I'm going to apologize.
and then you go along.
And either take it or don't.
Here's the
If
thing.
you don't take it, there's nothing I can do to make you take it.
I don't read any of the comments, so I've probably got so many mistakes I should apologize for that I don't even know about. But the point being is that if they're making changes or whatever, you should just understand it and let it go. But people don't let it go, and that's
No.
what I don't like.
Well, it's because, who is not letting it go?
It's all
it's
these
people-
goofy people in the comment sections. I mean, I understand like the creators that were involved and things of that nature that talked to DeVere and them going, okay, here's what we talked to him personally. Here's what we think. Here's what we said. That's one thing. I don't like it when it boils down to just randos on the internet going, I'll never buy anything from DeVere because they apologized and they shouldn't have bent the knee. And then there's
Well-
other people going, well, they should have done more.
It's all in the moment anyway, because
stuff.
it's just the present controversy that is here, and it's a big thing. It blows up, and in 3 weeks, nobody's talking about it.
I know, but then you know what? Yeah, exactly. It's a thing that gets fired up. People get all bent out of shape about it, and then it's in the wind. And then they get mad at everybody who's kind of on the outskirts of that. Everybody who might have reviewed the game or saw the game, they're griping at everybody. I don't know. I just think that
You're just saying, like Rodney King, you just want everyone to get along.
exactly. But I understand. I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong, that if somebody makes a mistake, that you should not address it.
So you're not giving your opinion on whether or not you think what they did was bad or racist. You're
Yeah.
giving your opinion on the people surrounding the controversy
Right.
that have their opinions on if it was bad or not bad or appropriate or not appropriate.
Exactly. I already talked to our cultural guy. I already talked to Bubba, and Bubba said a bunch of nuanced stuff that I'm not even going to try to repeat.
That we're not qualified
I'm
to
not
repeat.
qualified, which is like, hey, Bubba, what do you think about this? And Bubba said, and he talked for a long time, and I called him, and we talked for a long time. I'm like, okay. And then that was it. And then I realized, okay, there you go. And then everybody else has kind of already settled it and made their statements. Okay, that's the thing.
See, people would love to hear Bubba's thoughts on that. And people constantly say, when's Bubba coming back on the show?
I wish I could, yeah.
We can't answer
I'm not
that.
going to answer that. I'm not going to give Bubba's thoughts. But either way, that's...
And we don't know when Enrique's coming back either.
We don't know about Enrique.
We know Enrique will be here in 3 weeks because, as
Okay.
of this recording, in 3 weeks we'll have been at Dice Tower Retreat.
Right. Next, yeah, we're going to be, heading, taking off, going to go see Tom.
Gonna go see Tom. I shall establish fart dominance in front of him
Yeah.
and then go from there.
Oh, also, anybody who wants us to play a certain game while we're at Dice Tower.
Of the
Retreat.
Dice Tower crew, who do you think would be the biggest flatulence person?
Z.
You think Z? Why?
I get that feeling.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it because he's kind of a large man?
No, he's not a large man. I would say Sam Healy.
Sam Healy.
Actually, I take that back.
He's
Sam
lost
Healy.
weight, I feel like.
Sam Healy. He's a war gamer. You can't play war games and not be.
What about Delizio?
No. He's
Don't think so?
he's an old fart, but he's not. But he's not. Oh, I regret not. Man, I was hoping we have that mixtape game by now. I was wanting to take it and have
Oh,
him sign
yeah.
it.
No, we don't have it yet. Guess
Dadgummit.
them boats are taking their sweet time getting here.
I know. I was going to
I
have
do have a place for all my books, though. A cozy game about collecting and organizing your books.
First off,
I knew this would get you.
cozy. I don't know what cozy means.
That makes me sad for you.
I don't know what cozy means.
That truly makes me sad
Can you
for
define it for me?
I can define it for you, but I can't give you that feeling.
No, but tell me what it means so I can at least have a concept.
Do you want
of
me
it.
to read the definition?
No, what's your definition of cozy? Try to
My
explain your definition of cozy.
being. I can't describe. I can describe to you a moment in which I feel cozy.
And what does it mean? Like, what does it mean to you if you're cozy?
It's more of a feeling. It's not like.
But
what
you
does
can
it
describe
mean?
feelings.
Okay, so cozy to me
Uh-huh.
is a cold winter night.
Okay.
The snow is falling gently outside,
Okay.
or even rain. I
gotcha.
like rain as well. You don't have to work the next day because you're not worried about tomorrow.
Okay.
So you're able to fully enjoy the moment you're in, and you're sipping some cocoa. You're holding it with two hands.
Oh, you've gone deep.
You're holding it with two hands. You're sipping your cocoa. Your cat hops up on your lap.
Okay.
And she's
So-
purring,
so
and I'm petting her.
It's just being comfortable.
And I'm also, either reading my favorite book, not favorite book, just a book that you enjoy, but preferably it's a mindset, or B, watching a show. So like I've seen repeatedly, and I don't know if this is because I say things out loud and my phone listens and just puts them out there, but people often say, or not people, my phone's often telling me through Instagram that people that watch the same shows repeatedly
Uh-huh.
have a higher intelligence. I don't know why it's always trying to tell you how you have, like, it also says people that cuss and stress a lot have higher intelligence.
No. See, all those articles are...
It's just to make people feel good.
I don't know. All those articles are just AI articles that are cheaply written that you'll click on because...
But I don't click on them. I just say words out loud, and my phone literally hears them and
Yeah.
puts up something. But like Sade, when she's feeling bad, she'll get in the recliner, pull up a blanket, and start watching Pride and Prejudice, starring Keira Knightley and the guy from Succession.
Mm-hmm.
And she has watched that literally every time I go home.
And you're saying that disproves that article?
How dare you?
what...
No, I'm telling you what cozy is about.
Okay.
So that's her
Thought
cozy.
she's causing Sade dumb.
I would say cozy is comforting.
Okay. That's
it's a
what,
feeling of comfort.
When something is cozy, like this place is cozy, I'm thinking, my first thought is comfortable.
I feel comfortable here.
But there's
Tina's house, where we are presently recording, sister of Enrique. This is a cozy house.
first of her name. So when you posted that on our Facebook group, something about cozy, whatever,
Here's something I don't like, though.
you don't. Well, okay.
This is something I don't like. Let me be the judge if this is a cozy game. Don't tell me this is a cozy game.
No, people say that all the time. This is a cozy. cabin.
Yeah, they've said that because they have played a game and it makes them feel cozy. I believe Tyler in Discord, somebody in our Discord said, almost all solo games I find cozy. That's not the case for me. There's certain games that are like,
I don't know.
the
how.
last cozy game, not the last one. Well, I just don't play much solo anymore. But the Fields of Arle, that's a cozy game to me. You're farming.
See, I don't know what makes it feel cozy. So that's the thing that gets me. As I think that.
Have you never felt cozy before?
So when you said that, I thought, okay, comfortable. But then of course, I do the thing that some people hate, where I get stuck on definitions and trying to figure things out. But it's mainly because I lack that whole social awareness of what exactly do you mean. And I just realized I always thought when you say cozy, that's like a slang term for just something that's comfortable. But then I realized, well, no, you can be comfortable, but not cozy.
I think it's also like an ambience and atmosphere that goes with it.
That's exactly the term. That's exactly what the conclusion I came to, because I can go to a movie theater and sit in one of those big reclining chairs and all that junk, but I'll never be cozy in a movie theater because it's a thing that's going on. Cozy, I believe, and you correct me if I'm wrong, there are certain things, kind of like certain seasonal affects that people always associate with being cozy. I always, here's the time for which I was cozy. I remember growing up reading Calvin and Hobbes, and the house that we had didn't have, it was like had a wood stove, and I liked the cold. So like wood stove, stuff like that didn't bother me. but we had a window unit. That was the only thing that we had to cool the home.
I was thinking the same thing.
I would sit in front of the window
units.
and it would freeze me to death, and I would read Calvin
and it's
Hobbes.
the sound of the window units.
Yes, and I remember thinking at the time,
I've never felt more close to you than I have in this moment.
Well, that's window unit here reminded me. And that was a thing to where I'm thinking, when you say cozy, that's what everybody starts going, it's cold and then you're inside and it's the hot. And I'm
That's
like,
true.
no. It to me, it's this sense of I'm comfortable, but I'm also like almost alone.
It's amazing you said that. I'm sincere. Because as you were talking and I was listening to that, what you just turned on earlier this episode, when I grew up, we had window units. We weren't rich enough for central AC. I remember I was reading one of my first big novels I read as a book, an adult novel, not something that's spicy or sensuous. I just mean a novel written for adults. Is it wrote or written? Written for adults.
Clive Cussler, Dirk Pitt, Cyclops. That was the first book of his I read. And I remember the window unit being on. My mama was cleaning house. I was off from school. And it's one of those moments that sticks in your brain in time. And every time I hear a central window unit hum in the background, it gives me that feeling. Right. What's that term? Oh, all the productivity bros are always saying it. When you get to flow space, like they get into a flow, like you're working and you're productive, but then you're like, I'm in my flow state of mind. I think that being cozy is just the flow state of being comfortable. It's like you've somehow locked it in, that you're just, whatever the situation is, you're doing it. You've singled yourself out and you're able to kind of isolate your thoughts to that area.
Now, I will tell you the Oxford American Dictionary, because we don't mess with the British.
Oh, British.
It does say giving a feeling of comfort, warmth, and relaxation. So I don't know if all three of those are required.
I don't think technically that warmth has to be a temperature.
Right. Maybe that's just a mental state.
Correct.
I'm mentally warm.
But that book game, I think it's fascinating that we associate books with being cozy.
I think so.
Would you ever assume having your phone as being cozy?
Because people curl up with a book.
You curl up with your phone.
I cannot read books on my phone.
I don't.
And or tablet and or whatever that thing is Amazon says.
I've read one book from a Kindle.
Kindle.
I've read one book from a Kindle.
Now, they do have that Kindle that's supposed to have that paper white thing that's supposed to emulate being a normal piece of paper.
I have something similar, but it's
not the same.
No, it's not the same. And there is something with your brain that it tells you.
I remember, and this has been years ago when discussing looking up and reading board game instructions, directions, whatever they're called.
Rule books.
It's been so long since I played a board game. I don't know what those things are called anymore. I had to look up, because you can look them up on PDF on your computer. But anyway, what I had looked up said, for whatever reason, a paper text, the texture and whatever of actual paper will imprint on your mind more what you're reading than reading a PDF on a computer.
Right.
Like it has a greater effect on your brain.
Right. That's like board games. That's why it's tactile.
Yeah, tactile.
Yeah,
that's the term.
That's the whole thing about board games. That's why the digital versions of them don't.
And the BGA is nice. It fills a gap when necessary, but also it's lacking severely in other areas.
I don't mind playing certain games on it, but I will not. It is not the same. I don't fool myself into thinking.
I never feel cozy playing a BGA game.
No. I wouldn't say so.
And it's also that you mentioned that. There's also another phrase that Sade says. She likes to say, and this is something everybody wants to feel, there will be a moment in time when all the family's gathered round, and she'll say, I am content in this moment. You ever have those moments? Like, everything is all right in life right now. I have those. They're few and far between. But generally, it's when you're surrounded by people you enjoy.
Oh, okay.
You're doing
Okay.
something you enjoy doing, which I do enjoy watching television.
Well,
And I can be watching a TV show, have a nice drink in hand, and be with Gina, be with Sade, and I'll be like, I am not cozy. It's not a cozy moment, but I am content in that moment. So contentment and coziness are different.
I am chronically content. I know it doesn't seem that way.
You seem very discontent. Most of the time I'm talking
I know,
to you.
but I'm
Because you're upset, you're driving to work, the people you're working are irritating with.
right. But I don't take that.
I suffer from chronic contentment.
I suffer from chronic contentment. I do. Here's why. My thing about being content is you're not doing anything drastic to change something. And so my contentment, this is why this is dangerous, is that I can be upset about something, but it won't follow me around. I can hate something going on with work, and then as soon as I'm away from it, I'm content 5 minutes later doing something else, and it doesn't stick with me. And there's a good side to this, which is naturally I'm content with whatever. I can go, whatever. I'm fine with whatever I have or whatever's going on. And this is the best that we have right here, so I'm fine. That's why you rarely hear me. I won't hardly be so upset about something. If I know it can't be changed, I'm just content with it. It's like, whatever.
So I've often heard that in relation to the term compartmentalized.
Correct. Yes.
I can't do that.
I compartmentalize. Now, the problem with that, the bad side of this, is that I will suffer long on things that I could change or put forth a certain amount of effort to change. And so I think that what ends up happening is that I can look at something and go, well, maybe I need to quit my job, or maybe I need to change this, or maybe I need to start doing that. That contentment can seep in, and I can go, well, no, it's okay. And really, I should be satisfied with it. I think that happens to a lot of people because people will be, whether they know it or not, they suffer from chronic contentment because they're not putting forth any effort into changing something.
Well, and that's something we're told to do. We're told to look at the positive, be content with how things are.
I am content with how things
happiness.
are, but it doesn't mean that I don't want them to change.
So contentment, does that equal happiness to you?
I don't know, but I don't think by definition contentment isn't happiness. I don't think anybody should strive to be happy. I don't think happy is I think
it's not something you can achieve by actions.
Well,
it's a byproduct to me.
Yeah, it's a byproduct, and I think it's something that you can pursue. But if that's all that you're hyper focused on, you miss, perfection's the enemy of the good type thing.
That's why people pursue drugs and alcohol.
Well, that won't make.
It gives you a fleeting moment of happiness.
Well, they won't make you content, though.
It makes you feel pleasure.
It won't. Yeah, but it won't make you content.
That's true.
And so that's really that's the thing is being satisfied with what you have.
That's what it's. Paige hates the turn of phrase type of phrases. For instance, ask not what this country can do for you, but what you can do for this country.
Oh, she
doesn't like the turn of phrase.
I love those.
My father used to have a picture of a mountain and then these words, and I that you said this. These were the words. Happiness is not in having what you want,
but wanting what you,
but in wanting what you already have.
Yeah, well, she doesn't like
and
those.
And that struck deep to my core.
She doesn't like those?
She doesn't like them. She's like, I hate it when they just take the phrase and reverse it. I'm like, but it's making the point.
Well, yeah, but I like those because it's like plan your dive your plan.
Exactly.
That's the, as you train, so you fight.
I don't know how's that reverse?
Well, oh yeah, you're right. That isn't a reverse. I just have a bunch of sayings of things that stick in my head.
It's almost like a homonym of a phrase.
What's the one about the person who, there's several of them. Like, is it practice beats talent when talent doesn't practice? Yeah, that's one. Something of that nature. Practice beats talent when talent doesn't practice. That's like all those turn of phrase sports ones. There's bunches of them.
Yeah, and they're usually good.
I don't say they're good, but they lead to a deeper meaning. I mean, they're just that's the cursory thing that people say and think that's wise. Well, it's actually just the gateway into getting to the deeper meaning of what's going on. They're cliches, some of them.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Not everything's a cliche, but a lot of it
But I
is.
think things become cliche when they just become so predominant and they're everywhere, and then they're viewed as cliche. But cliche doesn't mean it's not effective.
I yell at people over certain cliches, though. That's when I'm not content. Like strike while the iron is hot.
Mm-hmm.
I will correct. I don't care who you are.
But it's true.
No, it's not.
It's an effective phrase.
No, it's not. That is objectively wrong.
How so?
Okay. Strike when the iron is hot. You don't do that.
When it's most malleable.
You don't do that.
You don't?
No, you do not.
When do you strike?
No, yeah, I'm not. If listen to it, and if anybody who ever said that phrase would pause and think,
I'm doing
you
it.
don't strike when the iron is hot. You strike till it gets hot. Yes.
I'm not a blacksmith, so I'm not too familiar with blacksmithing.
Exactly. You don't just it's strike while the iron's hot. No, that's true, but you strike till it gets hot. Like you're on it.
But you just said it is true, though. So you can also strike while the iron is hot.
Well, that's like saying the car goes when I push down the gas. Well, it's like, yes, that's an obvious thing, but that's not the point. Do you see the difference in those two meanings, though?
But what you're saying, though, does not mean that phrase is incorrect as well.
That phrase has two different meanings, though.
It's while things are going good, push it to the limits.
Or put forth effort and make your own destiny. You strike to get it hot. And so one of those phrases typically says, just wait around till something happens and you can take an opportunity.
Also, if it comes to gambling, do not strike while the iron is hot. Get while the getting's good is what I say.
Yeah, know when to fold them, know when to hold them. That's that. Yeah. So it's stuff like that. There's certain phrases that people have, like jack of all trades, that they never complete. That's master of none.
Yeah.
There's several of them that are like that way. You go down a deep hole of looking up phrases
A jack of all trades
that are incomplete, that are cliches that people say.
I'm, in fact, a jack of not many trades and a master of one, truck driving. I don't know if I've told you this. I'm a truck driver. Even though I don't do it no more, I've retired.
Yeah.
I was one heck of a truck
I'm
driver.
a regular
Jerry.
truck driver. One of your counterparts
My
destroyed
God.
the car wash in my hometown. I had to let me tell you I'm obsessed with
Your
that.
new drive-through car wash.
Yeah, let me show you how obsessed I was with that. I took Jack to it, showed him what happened, and then we watched the video in front of it. And I was like, "This is what happens. Well, this is why." And he's like, "So, did he fall asleep?" I said, "He's had health issues." And they said, "Will they not let you drive?"
Did they find out why he did that?
I think he had
Oh,
had an issue, health issue.
My God. See,
I was
he
like-
must. That okay? So
I told him, I said that they pulled Gobby's license
that
because they were
text
like,
dot physical is
yeah,
rough.
yeah.
Like
That-
if your blood pressure is not 140
That
over,
guy slipped through.
he slipped through somehow. Now I'm not going to say there's probably not some shyster doctors out there that is your bud and he'll just sign your text dot card and let you go on.
Yep.
That's kind of rough, but yeah, no text.
We
dot-
got to end this episode.
I'm saying text dot as well because
That's
it's very
Texas.
specific to Texas.
Well, this is probably ODOT with Oklahoma, which is you got a license, you drive.
We have no dot.
No dot.
Department of Transportation is what the dot stands for you non-truck drivers out there.
Yeah. You don't
All
love
right,
the
well,
road.
that's going to do it for this episode.
The asphalt doesn't call you. We'll read some emails on the next one.
At the airing of our next episode, we will be physically in Orlando,
Florida. Floridia.
So think of that as you listen to not this episode. This episode, we're still here.
Farting in front of Tom.
Until next time, I'm Gavi.
It's Jerry.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for tolerating this episode of the Board Game Snobs. Stay classy.